Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to V-Chain's price chart, and now I'm actually seeing some very optimistic signs. So first things first, if you remember the last time that we talked about V-Chain, we were right around this area, and the idea was that we want to see a correction structure down, and then at that point, assuming that we identify all the right subwaves, okay, we can count on yet another good move on the upside. And what you know, that scenario pretty much played out, and the reason for why we said most likely we're going to go up was because of the fact that starting from the lowest low down here about, let's say, 2.1 cents, we were absolutely able to find a clear cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure, which is a fantastic sign suggesting maybe in V-Chain the bottom is in. And the more important message of this 5 wave up was this is actually the beginning of a new move on the upside. So that's why I said, well, okay, after a pullback, makes sense to count on some more upward price action. Question is, what is going on at the moment? You see, I'm really hoping that this move up in V-Chain is going to continue, maybe in like very short term at quite a bit of a rapid pace, but then after it, I want to see a consolidation pattern, a very slow and choppy move down, followed by yet another move on the upside. Why is that? Because at that point, in terms of Elliott waves, you are able to argue that this is 1, this is 2, big move up into wave 3 correction for another move into wave 5, which will be a bullish confirmation suggesting, okay, the low is in and this uptrend is going to continue, and in it we are going to at least take the highest high in here for the first target, about 3 cents area, but I think we are most likely going to go quite a bit higher than that. Why? That comes down to what is happening on some higher degrees. Let's go on H4 time frame. There we go. So what's happening? As you can see, starting from the lowest low down here in V-Chain, we are having clear cut impulse up, followed by an ABC down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. This is now either an ABC or maybe a WXY, doesn't really matter. And you can actually say, look, on a higher degree, this is 1, this is 2, big move into wave 3 correction for 4. And what are we going to have next? You know it, another move up into wave 5, which in it, again, we are going to at least take the highs in here for the first target, about 3 cents, but maybe we're going to go higher than that. And this is actually one possibility. If you want to be more bullish in V-Chain, you can actually say maybe we are having 5 up this time into a wave 1 correction for wave 2, and what's next? A strong move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and that can be into a larger degree wave 3 followed by a correction for 4 and yet another strong move up into wave 5. This scenario is also possible, but from my POV, it's not really going to be my primary case. Why? Because in terms of Elliott waves, if you want to say this is yet another 1 and a 2, since it's actually on a lower degree relative to this one, okay, it should be sort of kind of a smaller, but it's definitely not. So again, let's not just get our hopes up that much and simply say, look, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and then another move up into wave 5, which even according to this scenario, our move up, we can safely assume that is going to continue for quite a bit. So overall in V-Chain, I do believe that we are seeing very much optimistic signs, but in order to make sure that the low is in, let's wait for some more upward price action and then consolidation followed by yet another move up. And at that point, I think we are able to be much more bullish with a lot more confidence. Also, in terms of Elliott waves, you see, if you want to say that maybe we have hit our final top in here, I don't know, maybe like this is a very important resistance, then okay, you have to, this is the key point, you have to be able to find off of the highest side a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. This specific example is called an impulse. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 4 and 2 and in any kind of 5 wave. Wave 3 is simply not allowed to be the smallest wave. And if I just go on the live chart, okay, you see, if you really insist on being bearish in V-Chain, I guess you can say maybe like this is 1, this is 2, and then wave 3 correction for 4, and soon we're gonna have another move down into wave 5. But here is the key point, pay full attention to what I'm about to say. If we see a move up in V-Chain, and in that move we take this important high about, let's say, 2.6 cents, at that point finding a complete 5 wave starting from this high to about the lowest low is going to be so challenging to a degree that is most likely not going to be anybody's primary case. And at that point, I promise you, you are able to be bullish with much confidence. So overall, we're looking good. Let's have some more upward price action, and then we are going to make new updates and see where are we going to go from there. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in VeChain's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.